In the quiet cradle of dawn, where the river whispered secrets to the sky, a monk sat perfectly still. With each breath, he invited silence in. With each heartbeat, he became one with the flowing water. A small fishing boat, tethered but restless, dreamed of the open water. Unseen beneath the surface, the river's mood shifted, a silent current turning urgent. A gentle knock first, a polite question from the river, but Brother was too deep in peace to answer. The current grew impatient, pulling the rope taut, the boat swinging wide like a pendulum. Crash! Wood met wood with the crack of thunder, shattering the morning prayer. In an instant, the monk who held the universe inside him could no longer hold his temper. His eyes, sharp as broken glass, hunted the shore for a face to blame. But the dock stood silent, offering no apology, no excuse, no one to receive his wrath. He turned to the offender, ready to unleash a storm, and found only silence. His sword of words had no enemy to strike. His castle of rage had no door to guard. And in that hollow space where a man should have been, the monk watched his anger dissolve like morning mist. He whispered to the boat, "I was ready to hate you. I was ready to hate him. But there is no him." The crash was just sound. The damage was just wood. The anger was a story he had written himself. He realized the boat had not attacked him. It had simply arrived. Unaware of the storm he had accidentally caused, the fisherman returned to find his boat adrift. But when the fisherman braced for a scolding, the monk simply smiled. The fisherman stammered, "I'm so sorry, I should have tied it better." "There is nothing to forgive," the monk said, his voice a balm on the raw morning air. They sat together, two strangers bound by collision, now bound by silence. "Most people would be yelling at me right now," the fisherman murmured. "How are you so calm?" Brother looked at the boats, then at the young man, and began to unravel the mystery. "When I saw only the boat," he said, "I felt only peace. But when I imagined you inside it, I felt only war." The fisherman looked at his own rough hands, remembering arguments he had started over accidents. One moment of understanding can send ripples through a lifetime. Brother closed his eyes, not to meditate, but to savor the silence he had almost shattered. He didn't say thank you, but the way he stood a little straighter said everything. The fisherman retrieved his boat, tying it securely this time, treating the rope like a promise. Brother watched the young man tie the knot, and saw a student he never asked for, teaching a lesson he never expected. He walked away carrying more than his catch that day. He carried a question, alone again but not lonely. The river had given him a gift wrapped in splintered wood. He touched the scar on his boat, a reminder that even peace can be wounded and still remain peace. He looked into the water and saw not his face, but the face of every man who had ever been angry at the wind. The world throws stones, he thought. It is our choice whether to catch them or let them sink. The boat was broken, but it still floated. It still held him. It was enough. And so the monk returned to his meditation, not despite the interruption, but because of it. The two boats, enemies at dawn, were friends by noon. The river held them both without judgment. Perhaps, somewhere, a man bumped into a stranger and saw an empty boat. And the ripple of that single, empty boat continued on, touching shores it would never see. We are not disturbed by events, but by our perception of intent. See the empty boat, and you will see your anger for what it truly is, a ghost we chased that was never there. When was the last time you argued with an empty boat? Share this story with someone who needs to hear it. And remember, peace is always one perception away. Subscribe for more stories that heal the mind.